song like a song like a song like a song now. Welcome to the channel, it's Kaomi here. We have been waiting for the day when I would get one of these and open these to the world. Now take a look at the inside and do what is needed to do to complete the box. You lift them on out. Oh, you have yourself a little watermelon. He's a wee dude, very fancy. He has his little tag on top with his little logo. Hanging tag on the side with his name on the front and my name slightly on the back there. And his mustache is on fleek. We can kick you. Hiya, hiya. Then his beautiful self, which just kind of sits on a shelf. And then you have your little hangy tinsel thingy. Now yours doesn't look like this. Yours looks like, well, this. Yeah, because I constructed it myself. Braver. But this is essentially the process. Is you get your string, you make it very long, and then you go flop, 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 flop. Whoa. 6 strands of yarn. Weave them right through. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6. String sometimes confuses me. How did the threads stay together? Is friction so tight that they stay woven up? Because like this looks like it's like many different strands. Well, it's like maybe 2 strands, but they're tangled together and they don't come apart. Like the fibers of the main string, we just keep them connected. To me, that seems almost magical. Obviously, the ends start to fray out, but like, why? Because like if you braid your own hair, you put a knot at the end. You put like a little old pony piggy-taily, oh, la 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 la. But like when it comes to these string, there's nothing really on their ends except for more string. Essentially, the machine that twists the string has to do it so tightly that it doesn't unwind itself. Or maybe it adds some sort of friction in there. Or maybe they do intense heat so that the string actually gets super fuzzy, wuzzy, buzzy, nuzzy. If I tied knots for every single one of these, that's 6 knots per string. I made 200 of these and 6 strings per each one, so that is 200 times 6, which is 1,200. So I made 1,200 knots. Isn't that amazing? As for the box, this way is not how it's supposed to be. It's gonna be upside down. The white part is the inside stage. The outside is just the cloudy pattern that I made myself. Wow. Be unique, gosh, tie together. And then I just kind of like fluffy out them, organize them in a way. As for Wei, he's a magician. He's gonna have a stage that he's gonna be performing on will be different. He will not be performing to any regular crowd, and he will certainly not be performing just on a stage in some sort of building theater, because that's where theaters are usually, stages are usually in some boring old house that looks like a giant cake. A giant chocolate cake, because that's how old church buildings look like. He goes, so on the inside you have your magic wand. This is the lightest magic wand ever, and you can drink out of it. Or give him a hiking stick. Pesto. And watch out. Levitation. Levitation. He shows you his beautiful strand, his hangy thingy. It's like a wind chime almost, because except there's no chime, it's just the wind. Maybe it's the wind shuffle, because there's a shuffle here too. Oh la 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 la. Mr. Hangy? Shall we just hang you for now? Sure, why not? The fact that it's going to be held up by tape really shows how light it is. And that's why you can hang it from your ceiling with a little thingy to hang your beautiful device. It's just a little circular So it's just a nice little ring and a nice little hook thingy. And this thing is supposed to stick to your ceiling with like a little bit of putty instead of a nail, so you don't destroy your ceiling. Squeezy on backy. Squeezy on backy. Loop through the hole, because that's how this thing works. Loop through the hole. Now you just have your beautiful dangling, almost like a paper clip. You can display the dangling paper clip. You take your little hooky thingy. You take your little hooky thingy, and you loop that also through as well. But in you go. So now you have your hangy thingy, and it is actually hanging. And then you take off the putty part. Come on, Wiggy, give me some magic. We remove Sticky. Come on, Sticky. Because I'm not proving this to only myself, I'm proving it to everyone. That this thing sticks. And yay. Have your little dangly thing. Be a cat and just paw at it for a while. Your cat might find this very attractive, so keep this out of a cat's sight, because they might find a poking time, a very fancy poking time to go. I go into the sea below. It was on the top of that thing. Yeah. Yeet. We ignored this magical one for once. And then we just go ahead and go to like my little paper.
You gotta redo and assemble and hang your one-of-a-kind Magic Week stream of cards. We did that. On your ceiling. And create a colorful box backdrop scenery for We's Magic Act with those colorful pins. Crayon. But yes, this is the crayon.
Now we have my little strand here, and then I'm displaying kind of like a scenery. A beach scenery where it could be what you draw, or it could be something else. But whatever you want to make this guy the best magician ever. So on the back of the thing, here's the question of the day. What in all dimensions do you think possibly lies under Wee's hat? I mean, honestly, the hat is just, it's an extension of the head, but it doesn't do anything. I suppose it makes you look taller, but it doesn't exactly assist in your own well-being. Unlike a baseball cap, which covers your head from the sun. I suppose this thing could help you if it was like raining or something. It would like cover your head, so it would be a mini umbrella. Then all the water would accumulate in the bottom half. Okay, so I just said, just right here, just write, please write. I gifted you a magic crayon sticky, so you can most certainly write. If you don't have a pen, just this thingy. It's in the box. It's literally in the box. It's dancing around waiting for you to use it. But I have a pen, so I'm gonna say what's under Ree's hat. I'm gonna say he's hiding. What does my message say? I said, so he's hiding a fluffy mustache hairbrush. You know, a hairbrush he uses for his mustache. But wait, there's more! He grooms it before every show. In fact, he actually has a whole toolkit in there. Scissors, comb, moustache gel, the whole shebang. He attempted to use it once on his seeds, but that practically melted them right off. I suppose the hair gel was just too slippery for them. As for the weight, well, the kit is pretty heavy, but Wei doesn't mind. He's a watermelon after all, and he's holding a whole ton of weight already. Mostly it's water. He's 96%. Any mustache dude knows looking his best on performance day is key. And I have my plant, my pamphlet. You can... Now let's get started on your theater box. That's the right way. Yeet the pen. Here's his stage. It's just this big old stage right here. Now, you have your crayon. You have these many colors. Unless you want to, bypass what I've given you and get yourself a box of crayons. Shall I break this thing up? That would be bypassing the laws. I'm going to do it like this. Yes. So you're going to help me here. You're just going to hold that thing down. And I am going to go, I will break you up. I have to. Because I need you tiny little guy. This is why I chose the crayon, because I wanted this bumpy texture to make it look like some sort of video game. You have the unpredictability of unpredictable is good when I color. My only hope is that none of these crayons break while I'm trying to color them, because then I might have to bring in another crayon, a crayon that didn't come with this box, and then that would be breaking my own rules. Maybe the rule is you're only allowed to use the crayon that I've provided you, the one crayon, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 crayons. This is actually very useful. If you don't want to have to buy one of those like crayon boxes for school, you just buy one of these and then you have your crayons as one crayon. You don't have to worry about having all your crayons scattered all over the place because you always have them on your stick. Aww. So Mr. Wei has a stage. There's only that much of it. Okay, allow me to demonstrate here. You're gonna have some blue sky. Shouldn't do sky yet because we need my background. So let's get some greens.
Crayons are not pointy, but this thing will be pointy and it will have arms.
Why in the world am I drawing cactuses in a theater landscape? Well, it's because he's not in a building. He's outside. Like I said, he's a beat theater dude, and thus he's stolen the stage out of the theater and he has put it in the middle of a desert. He has cactuses now. Maybe I should take this thing apart. Okay, we have the yellow to create me a sun. A big old sunny sun right behind this theater stage. Yellow will be a good sandy thing, but around him he shall have his scorpions. Yes, you heard me right, scorpions. This will be this. It is brown. Please don't tell me this is brown. It is pretty brown. Okay, it can be brown, right? Okay, so we're gonna make a scorpion. Give him his old body. Now, we need to go into the depths here, so let's get a little closer.
So basically, he's performing to these bunch of hats, and these hats are just kind of out in the desert sand. Of course, they're 2D, but they could be 3D. And then his stage is kind of this big old red thing in the background, and the sky was just a big old clump. It kind of reminded me of an ocean. Behind Mr. Wei, a big old watermelon. So it's a watermelon performing against a watermelon background. Yeesh.
And then you just take your penny pen and you sign your beautiful name. Big old smiley face. See, I'm a Kaomi in a cloud. We have here, actually, I'm kind of digging this look, okay? New color scheme. Mr. Wei's, and he can enter now his performance stage, and he can be like, huzzah. He actually looks so much different with the colors in the background. But he has his new home. Wow. You colored in my house. Yes, I did. It used to be white. So what do you think? Are you trying to run me out of color? What do you mean, Mr. Wei? You're getting rid of my color scheme in order to make way for this. Are we supposed to pay attention to my house more than me? How dare you? But I will just go ahead and go in the corner. Oh, Mr. Wee, you're in the timeout corner. But this is my house. I get to define what that corner is. So I'd say it is the magic wand corner. It's where my magic wand goes. And then I can amaze. So, who are you performing for today, Mr. Wee? Oh, for these hats. Are they local hats or are they from around all the dimensions? I think they came from outer space and they just landed and that they wanted to show, they wanted to see what this Wii has to offer. Oh, and the scorpions back there, they're just my assistants, you know, when I do my stage tricks, voila. Though they can be a little pinchy at times. Ooh, I better not sit on them. Ugh.
Huzzah! Snip, snip.
And then you can just close it on up. Voila. You can just put them in there. You can literally just pack it all up. Take Lee's house with him. Yay, Wee, your house. And now it can just be taken away. And replaced by feet. Ah.
It is time for we to take over these socks finally. Oh, and don't forget those polka dot seeds.
And there's one more spot we did not do. Get out your crayon and get out the black. I didn't know another one could go there. It is the clear crayon. And you just go ahead and put your own symbol thingy. It may be nib, it may be a nibby small, but it is very, very worth it. I don't know what happened to that line. I didn't purposely make it so wavy, but it just did that. Maybe it's the shape of this guy. Oh, poor crayon. You're ruining this thing. Don't ruin it. Last. Sometimes I just keep going at it, but and you just grab your crayons and shove them all back in. And then you can just, you know, take your little box. You can just take your box. With you. I got a little bag of luggage.
See you in the clouds. Can you meow?